The UK has successfully tested advanced laser weapons for the first time. This technology can strengthen the country's armed forces with weapons of improved accuracy while reducing the cost of expensive ammunition. The DragonFire system is the result of a $128 million joint investment between the Department of Defense and industry.
DragonFire's laser-directed energy weapon demonstrator.
The government said that the laser showed incredible accuracy equivalent to hitting a coin from a distance of 300 feet. Directed laser energy weapons can hit targets at the speed of light and use an intense beam to cut through the target. This leads to the complete destruction of the structure.
And is at the leading edge, not just of technology, but in demonstrating the end-to-end capability and inform the UK's future procurement.
What's interesting is that a shot lasting 10 seconds is equivalent in cost to using a conventional heater for 1 hour, which is considered a real trifle for military developments. The DragonFire could become a long-term, low-cost alternative to the missiles currently performing the missions. The results of the first tests confirm this. Nowadays, states are engaged in a race to develop laser weapons powerful enough to melt steel, and many of them have already come close to this result. Every day, we're getting closer and closer to the moment when such weapons will become commonplace. Moreover, the United States has recently hit test missiles with a 300-kilowatt laser.
We have the opportunity to fire high-energy lasers and go against targets.
This development is a breakthrough in air and missile defense, which is necessary to support the Army and repel new generation threats, such as China's new hypersonic missiles or the Houthis and Russia's kamikaze drones. The system is capable of not only heating the target and disabling the electronics, but also literally melting the metal. The aircraft will just gradually turn into a pile of metal that falls off if it stays in the sights of this megagun long enough. In addition, this laser is being developed by Lockheed Martin. These guys know how to create breakthrough military technologies. No wonder they participated in the creation of the first laser helicopter. The Apache is a legendary combat helicopter with truly lethal effectiveness, but it's entirely related to the availability of expensive weapons, high professionalism, and airspace control. And this is where the laser gun comes to help, as its shots are 10 times cheaper than shells. For comparison, a single laser shot costs 80 cents, and launching an interceptor missile requires $1 million. Another advantage of this weapon is its unlimited ammunition. The system can fire until it stops receiving power from the generator.
I'd say there are two advantages. One, the cost per kill, the recurrent is low, and the second is that there is no ammunition.
In order to provide all these advantages to Apache, the guys from the Lockheed Martin company tried to combine the combat and reconnaissance system into a single unit. This ambitious idea has been successfully implemented under the name Layered Laser Defense. The measured power of the laser beam of the new system was 60 kilowatts. The system can defeat drones, aircraft, and even speedboats by using a powerful beam, and use its high-resolution telescope to track and assess combat damage to targets. During the test, the ground-based system tracked the drone in the air and fired a high-energy beam invisible to the human eye. One hit, and the target falls down, opening its parachute. The capabilities of the LLD range from non-lethal optical blinding and sensor disabling to complete target destruction, for example, if the missile warhead is hit.
When you push the button, your beam touches the rocket at the speed of light.
Such systems are planned to be mounted mainly on large ships, airplanes, and helicopters, as lasers do not use any ammunition or explosive components, which increases safety for the crew. As for the improvement of fighter jets, a great example is Northrop Grumman, which tried to improve the F-22 and gave it one of the strongest laser systems in the world, Firestrike 2. The main advantage of the Firestrike is its versatility and speed, and its compact size and low weight make it ideal for fighter jets.
We built the compact laser weapon system.
Firestrike is based on the technology of ultra-powerful lasers that generate ultraviolet radiation, which in turn is converted into infrared. Radiation is directed at the enemy and absorbed by the materials of the cladding, thereby heating it by thousands of degrees Fahrenheit. It's a lethal weapon against any kind of equipment, because every tank, artillery, and aircraft has bombs that just detonate from high temperatures, destroying the target inside. However, it should be noted that Firestrike is still undergoing testing, and its effectiveness in combat conditions can increase several times. In the race for the perfect laser weapon, the United States went even further and created the Stryker land-based military vehicle, which was successfully tested last year. This is the first combat use of such developments in the Army, as previously only aircraft and ships could surprise with such weapons. 2 prototypes with a capacity of 50 kilowatts each were tested. They were created by Northrop Grumman and Raytheon to demonstrate short-range air defense. You'll be surprised to know that the first test was a success, and not only missiles but also drones were successfully shot down. The laser weapon will probably replace conventional air defense soon because, firstly, the accuracy and reaction time of such guns is much higher and amounts to seconds. Secondly, as we've already said, the price of one shot often does not exceed even $100, which is an economic benefit.
That is a fundamental change for laser weapon systems, which here to date have been prototypes.
The U.S. Army intends to assemble 4 Stryker divisions by the end of 2024. But not only America is working on similar projects, Japan's also not hesitating to test its unique laser unlike any other. The Allies noted that the laser used by the Japanese could potentially cause serious damage to enemy aircraft crews and sailors, as well as ship and aircraft systems. The Japanese did not disclose the name of their development, but we know of 2 potential technologies that Japan possesses. The first variant produces a very bright beam and is used mainly to destroy optical devices and internally detonate a target. The second version is designed to scan and disable electronic devices. The advantages of the second beam are obvious. It can only be detected by special devices. In turn, it easily finds all aircraft and determines their location and speed very accurately.
Everybody was very excited by that ability.
Now imagine what Japan will be able to do once it installs a laser on its new Godzilla fighter jet. For those who are unaware, Japan and the United Kingdom joined forces about 6 months ago to create a 6th-generation fighter jet. Its speed reaches over 2,500 miles per hour, and its maneuverability and stealth abilities make the enemy tremble at the mere mention of this miracle machine. Godzilla was originally armed with dozens of hypersonic missiles, but the laser will be the final step in creating the most powerful aircraft of our time. Imagine how it could help resolve global conflicts. For example, the Philippines, where the United States and its allies have faced off against China. Only one laser fighter could destroy the Chinese Air Force because it cannot be shot down by missiles, and it would not be possible to take it by assault. It would look like footage from science fiction movies where only one pilot copes with a swarm of alien invaders.
Precision is the highest requirement that we have to meet when we make something like that.
Laser weapons would also be an ideal variant for defense in the Red Sea and Ukraine, where Shaheeds, low-flying and slow drones, are used mainly. Shooting them down with a laser is as easy as swatting a mosquito. So we hope that the laser systems, whether Stryker or any other, will soon arrive on the battlefield and help protect civilians. And with that, the video's come to an end. Thank you for watching this far. Leave your likes and dislikes below the video so that we understand in which direction we should develop the content, and also comment below about what you've just seen. Peace to all and see you soon.